Section 3.5, applying the Pythagorean relationship. Working example number 1, determining distances with right triangles. Anthony and Shalima are canoeing on a lake between two boat ramps. How far is it by canoe between the boat ramps? So we've got boat ramp A is located here, boat ramp B is here. We've got this triangle where this distance on the leg is 800 meters, this other leg is 1500 meters, and they're actually canoeing on the hypotenuse of this right angled triangle. So in order to do that, we need to know that we need to calculate the hypotenuse. So fortunately they used the letter C for the hypotenuse, which is the standard variable. Hypotenuse is equal to a squared plus b squared. So these are the two legs, this is the hypotenuse. In this case, we know one of the legs is 1500 meters. And we're going to need to square that. And we're going to add that to this other leg, which is 800 meters. And that is also squared. So c squared equals 1500 squared plus 800 squared. Now, at this point, you need to do the squaring. So 1500 squared is equal to 2,250,000. That's meters squared now. Plus 800 squared is 640,000 meters squared. So this is c squared still. Now add those together and c squared becomes 2,890,000 meters squared. C squared equals that, so in order to calculate C, take the square root of both sides. And then C becomes 1,700 meters. So that is the answer for C. Now, because we're dealing with a word problem, you should have a sentence to finish it off. So the distance between the boat ramps is 1,700 meters. So that's one example. Now, Samantha and Nicole walk on the roads from ramps A to B. So that's the legs of the triangle. How much farther do Samantha and Nicole walk than Anthony and Shalima canoe? So, how much further? Well, we need to know what this total distance is along the two legs. So in order to do that, the distance is equal to, well, in this case it's A plus B, if we're going to use the same references as we did above. So that's equal to 1,500 meters plus 800 meters, which totals up to 2,300 meters. So that's the total distance that they walked along the road. The question is, how much further do Samantha and Nicole walk than Anthony and Shalima canoed? So we need to know what the difference is between the walking distance and the canoeing distance. So that's going to be a subtraction equation. So 2,300 meters minus 1,700 meters gives you a distance difference of 600 meters. So they walked 600 meters more than Anthony and Shalima canoed. Is that a word, canoed? All right. So that's the process there. Make sure you read the questions so that you know what your final answer is supposed to be. Don't just stop at figuring out what the distance was they walked. You need to figure out what the difference was between the canoeing distance and the walking distance. Next up is a show you know. Please go ahead and do that.